Welcome to Trap Soul and Soul Sundays with yours truly, Jessica, and your girl Gina. Come on in.
But I was gonna tell you that the all the stuff we talked about, that is a whole lesson. You know what I'm saying? Cultivating the soil and the soul. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yep, I can dig it. I
I
said, if
it
that
was
wasn't
so
eco, that was
what?
eco trap right there. This the physics
Yes,
we're gonna
yes, yeah,
get. But I can dig it. I appreciate that. Like that,
yeah.
that's
I
real. Like
always
you
feel
said,
like
that's a
that.
whole.
Yeah, I always feel like that. And there's so many good resources that we're sharing. But
Yeah, we are.
the only thing I'm like, I wish I remember the name of this book because it was published like in the early 70s during like the
Okay.
Black Power movement to bring awareness to different issues, you know. And
Hmm.
it was a Black publisher, and
Okay.
when I was in Austin, I would share it at our events because we also my nonprofit had a community garden in Austin.
Okay.
I wasn't the gardener, like the main person, because I was working so much trying to get that money, trying to teach these youth.
Yeah.
Um, but anyways, I sent it to her in electronic copy, but they closed that email account. So I
Hmm.
have to ask her if she kept that copy. I don't know, but that is was such a beautiful story, such a beautiful story. And so I'm wondering if I know I sent it to her as a PDF because she asked me to scan it and send it to her, but I'm not sure if I have it as a hard book too. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I got a
Really?
few.
So this was like a guide type thing that was like a quiet guide, kind of like the Green Book type thing, or was it like a real like
No, no,
use
it
a
was just
book?
like black publisher and a lot of
Okay.
short stories and a lot of short stories. And
See, I need to do that. I need to do that.
I
I
got
feel
a
like
few
that's what we gonna be doing. You know what I
what?
mean? Even for like in supporting, well now it's Garden Gurus, but I think, like in supporting Crystal, well, the work, not just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Crystal's
yeah.
work, just
Yeah,
the
for
work.
real. It's our work. It's
Yeah,
our
it ain't just
work.
her, it's everybody work. But
Yeah.
like the work itself, um, it's those are stories. She's gonna, we would help with that. I mean, the
Of
long and the short
course.
when it comes to helping explain this to her, so she can get it, because I feel like she still hasn't like
It's,
grasped our concept, but it's fine because she's in her world where
yeah,
she's
I'm
trying to
not
figure
worried
it
about
out.
that. Yeah, I'm
But
not
at
worried
the
about
end of
that.
the
She
day, we
gonna do
really
her and we gonna
are.
do us.
Right. I mean, but at the end of the day, it still is a marriage, essentially.
It
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
is.
it's
It
still a thing
is.
that's going to help her. Like, I
Oh, she
mean,
knows it. If she
meaning,
knows it will be.
like,
If she
yes, the
knows
tech is
me,
there,
what she
huh?
does, if she knows me, what she does, she knows it's gonna be good stuff. Do you get
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
And
I don't, it's
I'm
exciting.
trying to
I
find
don't
that
know her
book. I
yet.
can't find
And I
it.
know she a Gemini too, so I don't know, maybe that's
Yeah,
why
I
it
don't know
ain't
about too
linking.
many Geminis. Y'all are
So
competitive.
you know a lot. And that's
No,
giving me the vibe of like, all right, homegirl doing her own thing. Like I'm not even gonna press the press. I'm just like, we'll
don't
figure
press
it
the
out,
press.
whatever.
We'll figure. It
But
will
my
come.
thing
It
is
will
like,
come.
I'm gonna do that. I know the fuck I am. So at the end of the
Yeah,
day, like you do the tech, whatever, but I tech the tech all the time. I'm gonna still
I am
talk to
the
people.
tech. I
I
am the
know
tech.
that people
Okay.
need to hear and need to feel relatable. Like at the end of the day, if I give her any review, yes, people will like want it. I mean, probably more white people she's gonna get. But if you're trying to get us and you're trying to get these stories reset again, there's a way you're gonna have to
There-
finesse it. And yeah, I know you're trying to get the money now. I get it. Everybody trying to get that shmoney. Like, and thank you
it's
for
just
even
not. It's not
offering
that.
it.
Yeah, it's
But
not
for
that. She
me,
got so much stuff going on.
feel I feel like the folks it's going to be a tapestry of stories. Like we
It has
cannot
to
not
be.
be black and not
And
have
I have
like an
stories. Yeah,
absolute
I
book
know.
behind our work.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, look, that's what we're gonna do anyways. Do you know what
So
I'm
I'm
saying?
like, I'm
We
like,
can't help but to
you
do
know what I
us.
feel? But what this is gonna do, it's gonna be a book. Like for real. At the end of the day, yeah, we got a podcast, but the people that come in, and we interview and stuff, I see we archiving that info. That's why I'm really like want to know what, like all this stuff we're meeting. What the fuck was that? Okay. We're meeting and stuff. Like, how is our editing going? When are you going to be able to
Oh,
share
look,
some of
we
the
don't,
documents?
she don't, look, I don't, Crystal has so much,
I ain't talking about
yeah.
Crystal no more. I'm talking about
Okay,
us.
I was
I
gonna
done
say,
moved on
we
from
need
that.
to, yeah, we
I'm
need to
talking
get a
about,
shared Google
you got to
Drive.
share with me some of this stuff because
I mean,
I can get,
I'm downloading it. I can't, we
okay,
need a shared
okay,
Google Drive, and the drive is gonna cost some money. So,
okay. Like
we can
$30.
either go half on that, but it
Mhm.
is gonna cost some money.
Yeah.
I don't have the capacity to do any editing. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm a
Yeah, I
little
don't
worried
either
about that. I
really,
just
but
don't have the
I know
capacity.
people. I know people
Chris,
though. And that's what's
that
like,
was
if I had
I
it,
was gonna,
I can
but,
start working with it.
yeah, but that's what I was gonna say. That's where
Can.
Crystal was gonna come in. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right,
Can I
right.
get a 099 real quick?
Yes. Yes. What is this for? The game thing?
Yeah, and I'm gonna get a new private server.
All right. Okay. I'm working on it. I know you're building on it, honey. I ain't the tech person. That's so funny because me and Auntie Gina talking about that now. I was
Yeah,
just like, I ain't the one to
yeah.
say hi.
Hey, hey, Ian.
Yeah. You good? You good in? Okay. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. We cool in this. We good out here. Like
I know, I know.
you still, no matter what,
I'm
you
cool.
still have your thoughts around why you do the things that you're doing. Like I'm driven because, and the fact that I know people that I know that I want to bring a part of this into this experience, that's the step that I'm gonna start with. So even if
Yeah.
it ain't like a technical space where you're archiving things or you're getting stuff,
Hmm.
I don't move like that. I'm very raw, organic. You know what I'm saying?
I know, me
Like,
too.
write
I
your
like
name
that
down
one.
on the sign
I'm
up sheet.
I'm
We finna
free
keep this
range.
article going. Right. I am free
Yeah.
range, yes, and
Yeah.
I'm very analog. So write
Yeah.
it down. I take notes. I don't take notes in a digital place. That shit can be gone. I have journals after journals after journals because then they could be books. They could be,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I already have a goal with this too. I mean, I've shared it, but you still have your goal and you still, you want to collaborate. And I'm always at the end of the day a collaborator, a co-creator. So,
Okay. I was gonna. It's.
I'm here for
I'm
that.
thinking that this story is. I know it's not in here, but I'm thinking that this story that I'm telling
What
you
is it
about, sis.
called? Yeah,
I
so we
think it
can
was in
find
something like this. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was something
it.
like a pamphlet. This is the Negro Digest. They had a whole bunch of
Yeah.
them back in the day, and so
It's very like black and white, yellow page
oh
kind
no,
of
they have
looking.
different ones. They have all different types of colors, but they had this still, it was still a pamphlet. And
Okay.
lots of times they would have different, sometimes they would be essays, sometimes they would be short stories, poems, just different things. And I'm thinking it was in something like that. I'm,
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what it's giving. It's giving me like the little pamphlets that I'd be getting at Everlasting Life or Sankofa, and people
Proud,
write a
yep,
quick book.
yep.
And
Well,
I got a few of those already. You
yeah,
do
yeah,
too.
yeah, yep,
But at the end of the
yep,
day, no, we need a hardback. I want like
yeah.
that
Because
book
I'm
you
worried.
got open in front of you right now. That's all pretty and Bible like
Which
pristine
one?
looking. We need that. Just
Oh,
right behind you, what you got right there, we need one of them. So we
you
need
talking about,
something that's,
this one right
yes,
here?
we need a big, beautiful book.
Oh
I'm just
yeah,
talking shit. I don't know what it
for
is, but
real, for
I'm
real.
just using that as like a touch point of I
Isn't
don't
that
want
so
no
beautiful
pamphlet.
though?
If we have
Um,
book,
if
I
we
want
want to
it
be
to be,
preserved,
I want
this
it to
one
be big.
this one was published in the 1800s. So whatever we get, we just need to make sure it's good quality.
Hmm.
But what I was about to say, yeah, I'm a little sad. I'm a little sad. I'm thinking about that right now because I want to find that book so we can put it inside our library to share with
Yeah,
people. But
yeah.
either way, I hope
This
the
library right here
message,
though.
the
It's
message.
right here
Yep,
though. Because how
yep,
many books did we just drop in the last 45 minutes? I feel like we dropped about 5.
yeah, yeah,
So that's not
yeah,
going nowhere. You can't take this
yeah.
away.
So tell me
You
about
cannot
this.
take it.
What what is wintering? What is this concept wintering you were talking about?
So the garden concept, winterizing or rentering a
Yeah.
garden. Like I was saying in the last part, in our like introduction, we was trapping, right? Trapping, rapping.
Mm-hmm.
It's if as the educator that I am, and like at this season, I would be teaching little ones, even adults, how to start, wrapping up the garden spaces that they have. Or on the other side, if they don't have a garden at all, what is their vision, right, of their space? So this is
Yeah.
like the time where you start to visualize your space.
Mm-hmm.
And then the time that either whether or not you have a garden, you want to start, yeah, still thinking about what you want to do next year based off of what you've
Mm-hmm.
already grown. Because a lot of the times you might have grown something that gives power and nutrients to the next type of
Yeah, yeah, for the next
process of
season.
growing.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you might want to be like, and what keeps it always going is like your basic, 4 season type planting cycle, where
Yeah.
of course, once you done pulled out tomatoes and stuff from
Mm-hmm.
the summer and all your peppers and your beans and you're pulling your greens and basil and all that soil has now it's neutralized, it's got good stuff in there now
Yeah.
for the next
Just
round.
can you move your whatchamacallit like this?
Like what? Oh,
Go
who's
to the
that? Oh,
lens.
that was Jalen.
Does that
That
bother
ain't got a lot of hair. I just saw a lion walk past you in the background.
oh, Jaden? Yeah, he does.
That had to be Jaden. All that
This-
hair.
yeah.
Dang, that's a lot of
I
hair.
don't
That's a
know.
lion
He's
back
like
there.
he's doing free form and
I love
it's
it.
it's definitely free.
You got a free range son back there.
yeah.
He's a free range lion in the background. I
yeah.
tell you, I said,
Yeah.
was that a lion? What is
Uh,
that? I know you got a Leo son, so
yeah,
when it
he
comes
is.
to it, that boy is
And you know
totally in
I'm
the
a
den.
Leo.
I
And
know.
so we got Leo's in the house.
You got a lot of fire. Hold up, girl. This is gonna be extra because I
Oh,
gotta
that's
make this
okay. I'm
happen.
so sorry. I'm gonna
So
stop
give
asking
me a
you.
minute now that,
I'm
and then I'm gonna have to get my thought back to what I was talking about. But I think what I was saying
no, but
was
I get what you're saying. The
what
neutral, you
what
talking about
I just
neutralizing, right?
right. So I'm getting to a place where, and the way that I be talking is like as if I'm coaching. So I gotta put
Yeah,
myself in a beginning, middle, and ending of that. So be patient with me and like how I'm breaking that thought process down because that's how the garden is in my brain. Like when I look at it, I'm looking at it as, it's a garden space, it's a plot. So one
yeah.
thing at a time. If I was working at the front at my door, you know what I'm saying, or my
Mm,
windowsill, or somewhere something that was closest to me as the winter is coming upon us, cultivate that step by step and spread out because you may still have stuff out in that garden that's just like wintering itself. You may have some
yeah.
rosemary that's out
Yeah,
there.
actually, because I'm gonna talk to you. I'm be asking you questions for me personally. So remember, I started the garden last summer, right?
Right. With
And it
practice,
wasn't,
yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
some things came out good, and some things didn't. You know, it's my first time having a garden, and
Right.
my corn didn't do well, but my broccoli was real stemmy, almost, yeah, it was a little broccolini, and my potatoes did good. It just wasn't that many. My peppers did excellent, and
Mhm.
so, like, would that be considered already wintering since it was there?
So if it's okay, so that's why I was saying you're thinking about what you was working on. If anything, fruit, like if
Yeah,
you
with
were
the
able to get a
potatoes and
fruitful bounty, that's one thing. Like if
yeah,
it actually went through its life cycle and you were able to, you either harvest it or you just left stuff there and you just let it flower and go to seed,
that's what
that
happened.
might be one thing too. Like if you just kind of like, you lazy Susie gardening. I'm
Oh,
just throwing that out there, and you just
okay.
don't want to do it. Like
yeah, well, I
me,
was
like
like,
I
you
said, I'm gonna
okay? Do
do it, so
you
I'm gonna get out
know?
there anyway, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna find
yeah,
any kind of reason to dig around in a hole. So
yeah,
I will be outside, but like
yeah,
Juju will be outside. Like that's what,
yeah,
like we the kind
yeah,
of people
yeah,
that's gonna be
yeah,
outside with
yeah, yeah,
all of our
yeah,
things. That's why
yeah.
it becomes abundant. It loves you back as much as you love it.
That's
Okay.
real. That's
So
real.
I'm gonna just say that for starters. Now, if
Okay.
you let it grow, like that's why I was getting ready to get into that. It's funny you said that, is that take rosemary, for instance. And I've lit my rosemary like winter, and I didn't do
Mhm.
anything to protect it. I'm just using this as an example.
Yeah.
Herbs, that's
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
Quick, that's
Yeah.
usually the first
Maybe
thing
that's
that
all I need
people.
to focus on. Let's
Right.
just need to
Firstly,
focus on
just
herbs.
start with the itty bitty bitty first, right? The
Yeah.
smallest seed, the most like resilient thing. And
That
it's
mustard.
usually herbs, right? Mustard
Yeah.
seed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's usually herbs. So if you're in there with, you got, like I said, I'm using rosemary, for example, and that was my experience. I'm
Hmm.
thinking, oh God, we're gonna have to take it out. It's annual. It can be, but there are certain types of genius of
Yeah.
species that will live out and become a tree. You know what I'm saying? Like rosemary can
I've
be
seen
woody
those.
and
Yeah.
tree-like,
Bushes.
and
Yeah.
it'll get bush and
Hmm.
it'll go whoof. And then, you know
Yep.
what I'm saying? You're like, whoa, okay, rosemary, you love it here. And
Yeah.
that's what I call that, when something loves it there. If you've become
Yeah.
like a lazy Susan, and you're
Mhm.
like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm finna spin this one because this look better. Not about
Yeah.
it looking better. I think if it look is beat up, that's the one that wants you to work with it, right? So, or
Hmm.
the one that didn't last, or the one that you just like, what is it doing? Is it food? You want to be able, you want to, that might be your winter of just seeing and just trying to see what it's going to do and leaving it to go to seed, right? Some things you can do
Mm.
like that.
I
Mostly
got
herbs
you.
you can do that with, like
Okay.
cilantro, like
I've
rosemary,
I've
like
always struggled with cilantro. I don't
that's the
care where I'm,
cilantro is a
and it just
diva.
cuts like and it's like stemmy, and I'm like, okay, you
Girl,
know?
she diva is. Like
Yeah.
we can never really, that's the one thing that we never like grew like that. Or she just surprised us. Cause she
Yeah.
becomes really funny. Like she
And
don't
I
like it in certain places. She like it in kind of some shade. She like it in
mm,
some bright. It's funny with her. So, and
also
then when she
probably like
gets to
humidity
seeding,
too. Yeah.
and when she gets to seeding, it pops everywhere and it kind of goes crazy. So that's the
Mm.
kind of herb that you can allow to just, girl, do you. I just want you to be cilantro right here. So it could take over a space because it just is popping. And then that's one that you can let reseed and see what's going to happen again.
Mm.
Now,
Do you
when
need
you
like a
do
big pot
that,
for that? Would
now,
you
when
need
you
like a
do that, that's when you're going to see maybe seedlings come up. I would
Mhm.
take them baby seedlings and then start putting them in cells, like
Yeah. I know what
caring
cells
for them
are.
a little
Mhm.
bit more. So if you, like I said, if you're a
Mm.
particular kind of gardener and you're not like me or a
Yeah, I
Juju,
don't know.
like
I'm like,
you're
I feel
gonna
like that's
you're gonna
light
want to
years
make it.
ahead.
You're gonna want to you're gonna want to keep it in its own like place. Like
Yeah.
you're like, I'm a fight to the death to get this cilantro to grow. Then you just
Yeah.
be the cilantro lady. And if it don't give,
Yeah. Yeah.
then
Yeah.
that's the trial and error that you and her are going through.
Yeah.
But
So
don't go in there and
I
be
stuck
like,
with
I'm
that
growing
one.
cilantro
Yeah, I
and I'm
stuck with
growing
that one.
tomatoes and I'm growing broccoli and I'm growing. Don't go in there and do that because then you're gonna be like, oh fuck, you're gonna get discouraged and never want to do it again.
Okay, so I
So
just want to
please,
do like easy
one at a
ones.
time, one at a
Yeah.
time.
Okay, so would you say, okay, so you brought up cilantro and I was thinking about cilantro. Then I started thinking about like what type of like what would you need to hold like something like that? But I don't even want to think about cilantro because you were talking about picking them and making little seedlings, little cases. I want to do
With
something a little
cilantro, I don't even want to
easier.
go there with it.
Yeah. I
See,
want to do,
cilantro, it depends on the person and they want to do that, they do that.
yeah.
I gave you rosemary because that's the easy
I
one.
want to
That's
do
general.
rosemary. Yeah.
Everybody
So,
want rosemary.
and I
Rosemary
love
can be a
rosemary.
tree
Yeah.
eventually if it
And it's
loves its
good.
spot.
It's like one of my favorites.
Right. And
So,
then you use it for like everything,
and
right? Rosemary,
I've
sage,
grown
and thyme.
rosemary before.
Yeah.
And I've grown mint before, and I've
Oh
grown
God,
basil
that you
before.
that's invasive stuff.
Okay,
And see that,
I don't,
and then that's fine though. But you need
but
to,
I
for
usually
stuff
grow it in
like
pots.
that,
Yeah,
you need to keep it in its own container.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I didn't
Cilantro
even
needs
know
its
what was
own space.
invasive was until like, not too long ago. And I feel like something that started growing where that garden was. I feel like something's growing from there. It's coming around larger
And
than
it's
it.
spreading
Yep,
around.
yep,
That's the invasive species. You like to grow a lot of things that will always come back. So you need to keep them in containers. So right
yeah.
now, everybody, audience, we're speaking personally, right? But
Hmm.
I'm trying to give Gina some answers for people on a basic level, meaning like rosemary is kind of easy for everybody,
Yeah.
essentially. Rosemary, sage, and thyme. Sage is invasive when you get it going, sage can be hard, but when
Yeah.
you get her growing, she gonna take up the whole terrace. So if you have an
Mm.
area for a terrace, or and like I said, mint,
Make sure you have
don't
a
unless
container.
you are just a mint lover to the end,
I
do
love
not let her
mint.
be free. Don't let her.
Oh,
Well, then you want your whole grass to be mint.
no, I don't. I'm trying to control all the stuff
If
going
you
on
love
back
it like
there.
girl,
Mhm.
she will crawl out of. Hold on one second. My incense. She will crawl out, and I'm gonna tell you, if you like mint like that, she'll crawl out and try to reach other places. Like even if you try to put her in a pot, sometimes she will come through that hole and start spreading out into, and you're like, oh my god, like, and because
Yeah.
the her tubes are like it's she keeps going, and
Mm.
so I would not. You definitely want to contain mint
Yeah,
at all
I
times.
haven't grown any herbs that haven't been in containers.
But I think your answer is you need to start with herbs probably. Now,
Yeah.
and what you need to do
I'm
if
like,
you're wanting to
I don't have
winter,
time that much. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm
that's what I'm
worried.
saying. Leave the herbs. Herbs is
Yeah.
for you because
Yeah.
herbs will do what they do by themselves.
I'm
You
thinking
don't
herbs
need,
and
you're
salad.
the kind of person that's like, oh my God, look at it growing.
It's cute.
And then you're going to go out there and be like, oh, and she was like, girl, I ain't need you to water me. Like I got Tennessee. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
otherwise,
Yeah. I
don't,
will
then that's your
overwater.
truth. I'm
Yeah.
just saying,
Yeah.
gardeners like me are hard for that. I don't give a
Mm.
damn. Like I'm gonna be hard on you. Like the people I met that taught me, they're no nonsense people. They know
Yeah.
people are like, oh,
I want
flowers,
to
and we like
look.
the
No,
girl, we ain't got time for that. You want to grow some food? You know what I'm saying? Like there's
yeah.
none of
Yeah.
that. So I'm gonna always be probably kind of brass when it
No,
comes
I
to
appreciate it,
like
but I also
stop
feel like I
playing with
want to
these
be out there.
people
I just don't
and these
know what it's
plants.
supposed to do. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah. And I think and I do work a lot. I'm not going to even lie. Even if I
That's
wanted to,
fine.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
work in a city where everybody works. Well,
Yeah.
now
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
like they didn't come back to the government if the government open again.
Hmm.
But I work with DC is a city that's very, they love tomatoes or they like, salad a lot.
Healthy. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. They like, so a lot of these people here tend to grow tomatoes, and you can grow tomatoes always.
Oh,
You
I know.
know,
It's so
the
easy. I love
and you
Now
can
that's a
grow
good
them in
one.
a pot, you can grow them upside down, you can grow, as long as that's you. But people know how to, and it grows good here. So the
Yeah.
first thing you want to just kind of think about what your environment is. If you're not going to be starting anything no time soon, your job, excuse me, my coast, would be to really work on your soil cultivation. Like if you for your first year or two, to be honest, any garden you
That's
need about 2 seasons. You don't need to be
Ooh.
jumping in there throwing broccoli in there. I loved
Okay.
your what do you call it? I
I
love
was
how
like,
you
what can I do with my
ambitious.
life? Yes.
I loved it. Like when you were starting, I was like, like, and I mean, that was just me
Yeah.
being like, girl, I
Yeah.
got to go to this damn farm today. I can't look at that. I got
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
got to turn over
I
five damn
appreciate you being
acres.
real with me now.
I mean,
Okay. No, I'm just
fine.
joking.
You
But
can ask
yeah,
me anytime if we
I
had a
know.
time.
I know.
And then all them times I had you on the guard, I was like, girl, look at that. Like, that wasn't no
Yeah.
hoe. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
No, that was literally a hoe. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So you can't take, so I just was like entertaining you, but then you were entertaining,
No,
but
I mean
now
that's the whole point of
we didn't
having
lock
this
in
space.
now. We
Yeah. Yeah.
locking
That's the
in
whole.
now. So you going to get the truth and
That's
nothing
why
but the
we here
truth.
today. Okay.
Exactly, girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't be going in there like grounding people. Sometimes somebody, everybody, it's somebody. But what
Okay.
you know, that's what it should have said. Everybody is somebody, but really, what do you know? It
But
don't need to
really,
be everybody somebody with a fee sheet, of course, but it needed to
with
be
a fee
everybody
sheet.
somebody. And so what you know? But anyway, represent. Um, hard knock life, okay? Um,
I like if every that thou saying where everybody is somebody.
it's I.
I know, like some folks is like, no, we're just like it makes us not look what do you selective. It makes us not look,
I mean, I get
snooty.
it, but when you really meet
Yeah.
Gremlinites, come on
Yeah,
through,
yeah.
honey. Come through. But
Come,
anyway,
and that's what's so special. Okay.
yeah, they need a
Yep.
farm. They need to go back
Yep.
to the farm.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Because
I
they
be like, the
started
only way
off
I
as a
come back and do
farm.
something is if you give me a scholarship and I'll work that hoe.
That's
But
and that's
anyway,
how they started. A
yeah,
farm
they
and
did.
a teacher's
That's what I'm talking
college.
about. When
A
my
farm and
grandpa,
a teacher's
auntie, my
college. Yep.
uncles, yeah, all them was teachers and
Yep.
farmers, and that was
Yep.
their balance. But anyway, my thing is answering your question. And yes, I'm gonna tell you the truth. But like, you really, really just take your time. I think what I would do is like work on that soil in your forever space. But then ultimately, if you just want to grow a little something, something, do herbs. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's what
Just
I
do
think
a
I'm gonna
few
do. I'm
little
just gonna
potted
try
herbs,
salad and herbs.
right?
Like I just
And
want
put
some
them
butter, lettuce.
right.
You
Put
know,
them where you will walk past every
okay.
day. Because then
In
out of sight, out of mind.
okay,
You just
so
like, oh, my broccoli. Girl. Like, cause today I got a spring date. No, don't. Like, broccoli needs you. But like,
yeah,
if you ain't giving it the time, then don't give it because you just didn't waste it. And seeds are everything. Like, so to me, that hurt my feelings. Like, not what you did, but when people buy seeds because so many seeds are now being GMO, they're not real, they're not,
oh,
you
okay.
know,
See, I don't know.
don't play with a
Yeah,
seed, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, it's a beanie baby. You know what I'm saying? Like,
a
really
bean
take, and
baby.
this was my first lesson.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
fall, I would be having little ones carry around a beanie baby and a
yeah.
necklace, and they would be
Hmm.
taking care of a sprout. And you're seeing the
Yeah,
process of growth. And you need to see, like, this is magic in here. So don't just be
yeah.
throwing some seeds and then don't be with it. So that's why I
Mhm.
can be harsh and I can, yeah, I'm gonna tell you your truth.
See, I don't
But we can talk all
know.
day about a
You,
gardening, but we didn't
yeah.
get to the nitty gritty. And when you get to the gritty, then I'm gonna start coming out with the things because I can tell you, yeah, water, sun, and light, like light, dirt, and water. But
Yeah.
no, you need to what you need then based on you. It
Hmm.
starts with the person. How strong, what time, what's your commitment? Then what do
Yeah.
you
You gotta be
love?
honest with yourself.
I'm gonna
Yep.
be honest with yourself. I'm gonna only give you three
Yep.
tips. It can be 1,000. It's like Skady 8,000. Because look at how you're like, dang, you telling me now? I was telling you your truth then. It's like
Girl, I
I was
did not
giving you
know.
what your
Yeah.
truth was
Yeah. Yeah.
giving.
Yeah.
Now your truth is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I want to, now I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. I
Yeah.
was building farms, so I didn't have time like that. Like just
Yeah.
like you don't really have time.
Yeah.
So now I see that you have time in a sense
I'm gonna
that
try
you're
to make
going
more time. That's
to
what I'm trying to
figure it
do.
out,
Yeah.
right? You're
Yep.
going to figure it out. So first, you're the commitment. What are you going to do? Susie P, Susie Lazy, Little Red Hen. What are you going to be? Second, what do you love? You're like, what do you want to cook? You want to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
fucking with the cilantro diva? Do you want
No,
to do that? Because you love cilantro. Girl, that's
I
different. You
do,
need
but
to.
I don't
I
have
love it
time.
too, but I still have not got it to the climate that it needs. It's too warm here, too cold here. Cilantro don't
It's
really
also
like it
like it
here.
likes the water humidity, like a certain
It likes
humidity
a
level
tempered
too.
type of energy, yeah, and it likes
Hmm.
to sweat a little
And
bit. So
yes, yep.
it could grow in a nursery. Yes, I've
Hmm.
seen it grow in a nursery, but outside in its element, with no, it don't do so
No,
well.
yeah,
It'll
yeah,
freeze up on you real quick. So what do you love? What are you willing to stick with? And so I would say for you, as the just being I'm consulting. Okay, like when
yeah,
I consult with my teachers, when I consult with administration, and they're all like, "We love a garden," and I'm like, "Okay, here they go. They shit gonna be dead
yeah,
next year,
yeah,
and they
yeah,
gonna be calling
yeah,
us next year talking about what do we do with this?" I'm like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
"Girl,
yeah.
y'all was
But we went
ready
through this
for the ready."
last year.
So
Yep.
gardeners like myself, consultants, coaches, master teach, we gonna give you what you want. But also your truth is your truth, and I would be doing disservice to the earth if I didn't hear certain things you were talking about, and I'm like, you ain't ready for that. Or
Yeah, yeah.
you're not the cantaloupe
Just
lady
want to
that
make
we're looking
sure,
for.
you
And
understand
so my ear
this
is
commitment.
down,
Yeah,
right,
the
to a way
commitment.
that I'm hearing you because you're gonna call me in 6 months talking about what is going on.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you test your soil? Did you know what I'm saying? What
Mm-hmm.
kind of it's too hot? Your plant don't like compost. It's cooking. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So you could cook a seed. Too much compost could kill it.
Yeah.
You're thinking like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
compost.
I'm doing
It's
better. Yeah.
acid. Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta there's a science around getting the compost right
The
too.
pH.
Compost
Yep.
to me is highly concentrated, goodness, but it
Mm-hmm.
needs to have it needs to be sitting somewhere for you, still cooking, and then you pull it in and mix it. Like it's a good soil
Yeah,
mix.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, you know how you make concentrate orange juice or something? It's like your
Mm-hmm.
concentrated orange juice, but you got to mix it with some water. You got to
Yeah,
get some other stuff
with the
and
natural
mix
soil,
it.
with the soil of the
Right.
land. Yep.
So don't be thinking compost is your thing, okay? Because it can eat
Yeah,
your food up.
yeah.
And
You
then
can
third is like,
overcompost.
what
Yep.
space? Of course, what space do you have to be like, I like
Mm-hmm.
watermelons, chicken peas, or whatever. You can't
Yeah,
be like
yeah. I would
growing a
love to grow some
watermelon
watermelons.
in a 5x6, 5x3x5.
Yeah,
No, you need
yeah.
to, the watermelon needs like the whole backyard
I think
thing.
I would just give my backyard to the watermelons if they want it. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you
you
would
may
have to
have
just
it.
give it. Yeah, just
Yeah,
let it
you
grow
may have it.
crazy and let it,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
think
as
it's
it
perfect. I
starts
don't know what's
growing,
perfect, but I think that would be the space I would want it. But just quick question, because I've I've showed you that I have so much trees out there,
yeah,
and I can't cut them down. You know what I'm saying? But I
right,
do have an element where it's not shaded. So if I can get your advice on where
right.
I would do the
So
watermelon, and I
you're not,
want to do them. Like that's something I do know I want to do because I eat a lot of watermelon. I buy a watermelon a week.
you can do, we did this experiment at Kelly Miller Farm about 2 years ago where we were having problems with like the groundhogs and stuff. Like we had all the space on the ground, but
Mm.
then you have an issue with what lives
We
there.
okay, so
They will start eating your shit.
I haven't
So,
seen groundhogs, but I have seen a lot of squirrels.
oh, they don't really like, no,
Okay,
they don't like
okay.
it. But they'll dig your seeds up before they get to germinating and before they start sprouting. So
Oh,
you got to watch the turnaround of that. And see, that's what I said. Like right now is bulb season. So right now, wintering is wrapping those tulip heads, tying them back, cutting them down. Your bulbs are there. You're wanting to mulch and get shredded leaves and break. Like, so I'm gonna answer your winterized question real quick.
yeah,
You need to probably just winterize. You need to work on the soil, that area that you want to work in this spring,
yeah.
turn it up, add to it. Remember, I told you about that before? Mulch it up, wood chip it up. And I think your natural pine needle situation
I
creates an
don't have pine
organic matter.
needles, but I have
Yeah.
lots of leaves because I'm
Use
pretty sure
those leaves. You need
I
to
have
use
at
them.
least 37 trees back
You
there.
need,
And
God dang.
yeah, I
Hey,
know.
hey, in the
Yeah,
backyard,
in my backyard.
I
It's a
end up
little
seeing your
walking distance.
streetscape.
It's because I have a gate between the trees behind my land, behind my
Yeah,
gate. Well, there's this all my land, but then it's gated because there was a pool here one time.
yeah,
And so there's a manicured area where I plan to have the garden, but then
yeah.
past the gate, it's a like maybe like a third quarter of land, maybe like two plots of
Oh,
land full of
well.
trees. Yeah.
Okay. So you have like a
My
tree
my
line
land
area.
is real narrow too. That's another thing. It's like it goes back.
I think your best bet is you probably want to plant vertically too. You probably want to plant up on your fence, up on like get you some and this is what I was just about to tell you. The experiment
Yeah.
that we tried with watermelons, we did the baby bells, the watermelons that aren't the big old ones, the little
Yeah.
baby bells, the baby
Yeah, I
bonnet
know.
bells. They're
Yep.
brown, green,
Yep.
and we made
Little
pouches for
personal
them.
ones. Little
Yeah, we
personal
made
ones.
pouches. If
Yep.
you're a person that wants to eat one all the time, those would be your
Yeah.
lick, right? We made
Oh.
pouches for them. So we
Yeah.
got them off the ground. We put them on vertical, like on a wall. We
Hmm.
did,
On
those
my fence.
burlap sack.
Yeah.
We
Yep.
put them, we fill
Is it
burlap sack,
burlap?
burlap. Yeah, like
Okay.
those potato sacks. We
Yeah.
filled those up with soil. We planted the seed in that bag and we allowed the vining to grow
Oh,
up
that's
and into
dope.
the pouch. So it didn't need so the soil wasn't getting, we didn't have to test it, if you will. The soil
Yeah.
wasn't getting like mixed with or any other nutrients or blends. It had its
Hmm.
own sack and it was and it had enough soil in a bag where you didn't really You weren't by happenstance just kind of growing, letting your watermelons take over your yard. You literally had enough soil for that
Mhm.
watermelon. And the baby Bella, that's different. It don't need the whole yard. It needs that big ass burlap sack. Like pretty much the amount of an entire bag of soil. So basically you would
Like
buy
a
bags of
grocery
soil
bag?
for each seed.
Like a
Yeah.
grocery bag? Okay.
No,
Um,
a
no?
bag of soil. Soil.
Okay.
Like a soil bag. Like you went to go buy some soil
Oh,
bags,
I
put it
got you.
over your
So
back,
that's,
you cool
yeah,
it
yeah, I
down,
got you.
put
Yeah.
that top and stick the seed in it. And
Okay.
your seed grows out of the bag. So
Okay.
that's if you are gangster and you want to grow
That's a
watermelon.
heavy bag to be putting against my little wood fence.
Yeah,
You
you're
know what
gonna
I'm
lean them up
saying?
against the fence. You're gonna
Lean them
put
up
them,
against the fence.
you're gonna put them on a what do you call them things? Those pallets that you get from like Home Depot when people put it on those
Mm-hmm.
wood pallets, you put
Yeah.
about however many you want across your fence. I don't know how many you want, like 3.
Oh.
Put the platforms up, put the
Uh-huh.
bags on those platforms so they're off the ground. Poke your hole, your area, plant your seed, and you're gonna the seed. It's gonna be guided because it's growing up against the fence to line up in the fence, and it's gonna grow in that sack. So
Mm-hmm.
they're in a pocket, basically, like those
Yeah, I
shoe
got you.
pocket
I
things.
understand that. I'm just saying it's a big pocket with that all that soil. I wasn't
Yeah,
thinking about that size. But also,
you're
how
not
many of
thinking
those
of that.
little baby watermelons would grow in each of those
Oh my
pockets?
God, we got so many. You
Okay.
can probably put like 2 or 3 seeds in one of the bags. So if
Mm-hmm.
you bought like 4 bags of soil or whatever, double that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna use a shoe rack thing for it to
So
grow
another
in.
thing I'm thinking is like
And we had to
I
train it in there. So it didn't just grow into the pouch. So once we
yeah.
started seeing the flowers,
Mm-hmm.
of course, for the watermelon to grow, and it's a little ball that's on the end of it, and then your flower is here. You're going to
Mm-hmm.
guide it up gently and stick it in those pouches, and they grow into that pouch.
I wish you can show me like person to person.
That's why
Okay,
you
I
cannot
gotta
draw
figure
it.
out
I
how
could
to
probably draw you an illustrated thing, but
no
it's so easy.
no
It
what I'm
sounds
gonna
like it's
do is
whatever.
like I need you to give me an assignment. I'm gonna I
Your
kind of feel
assignment
like
is
those
just to
things,
cultivate your space. Whatever space you
but
think
I
you're
don't
going to
know
be
how to
growing
do
in.
that. Yeah, I know how
Well,
to do that, but I don't know
yes,
how to do
you
that.
do.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you. Okay,
Yeah,
how many
yeah.
minutes do we have? Because in this
Okay.
few minutes, I'm just give you step 2 in
Okay.
whatever your area is, because I don't know what things look like,
Should
in your
I but I
backyard.
should I just show you?
I
It's a
want you to
mess.
take a picture after we're done, and
Okay.
then I want to see it, and I'm gonna draw a little like diagram thing and take a picture of it
Mm.
and show you kind of what I'm talking about off of the burlap thing or
Okay.
the sack for the baby bellas. But you need to just find the area you're gonna grow in. Find
Okay.
the area that gets over 5 hours of soil. That's your homework. I gave you that before.
Soil or
You need to
sand?
watch.
Because
I meant to say sun. You know what I mean. So you want
okay.
to watch the sun be there for 5 hours. Now the soil product, you need to start either mulching that area, keeping it moist, keeping it, like whatever falls there, what do you call it? Your leaves and all that,
Uh-huh.
concentrate it in an area so that you
So
can
okay,
keep
so
that area moist.
that would be a different project. If
Yeah,
because yeah.
that's your soil project. Your
Okay.
first project, that's why I mentioned the first one is easy. You need to watch the
Yeah.
time. Watch
Yeah.
the
Okay.
time, your time
Okay.
clock. You need 5 to 8. If it's
Mm-hmm.
good 3 to 5, 5 to 8, then you're doing good in that
That's
time.
what I'm worried about. Them damn trees. And then it's like if it's not the trees, then it's the house. Then in the shade. It's always some shade
But
going
like I
on.
said, if you're getting up to at least 3 hours of it in one spot, you can even get a
Yeah.
mini greenhouse and it'll hold that heat. It'll hold the sun. It'll hold what
Oh,
you
okay.
need it to hold. If you
Yeah.
just can't get it for straight 5 hours, you might need
Okay.
a
Let
little
me
mini. Yeah, I think for you personally, you need to like
mhm.
invest in a little mini hoop house, like a mini hoop something
Yeah.
with the sun catching kind of lap,
Hmm.
because then the sun will absorb, you'll have your 3 hours of sun, but then the heat still from hitting
Yeah.
that lap thing
Canopy.
will
Hmm.
still work for what
Yeah.
power source it's needed for the plant to keep pushing. So
Okay.
you don't have to have all sun. You just have that
Yeah.
white lapa that's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
absorb the sunlight
I
on
got
those
you.
off